Hello, everyone. This is Kev, and this is another BMBBH. And for those of you who were here earlier when I had the other time up, my apologies. But things are a little hectic around the home. I'll just say that we're being impacted by COVID-19 right now, and although I tested negative, my wife tested positive, and I still feel like shit, is like so. I mean, but like I said, I'm dedicated to the craft, so things are just a little bit more high maintenance. And on top of being sick, I had to step in for my wife on what she's doing because she obviously needs to be isolated. So, really love for you guys to, just be patient with me. I understand that I went on a lot later than I should have, but at the same time, it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, shit, it's almost hard for me to focus right now. But I'm gonna get through this broadcast because, look, look. There are just some issues that we gotta discuss. That's all there is to it. Yeah. It is issues we have to discuss now. Let me uh let me put some on the screen real quick. Hopefully I will cuz I got to say something about this and I got to say it on the air. Uh but anyway, as you're walking in, please go ahead, hit that like button, hit that um if you're just your first time here, hit the subscribe button, yeah, and yeah, let's try to have a good show. Whew. All right. So let me before I get into it. I shared the breakdown a woman's perspective stream earlier, and for some reason I got jumped by a subscriber for it, who is no longer a subscriber. And it's just like I don't get all the nonsense like when it comes to the women being here and having their own opinions. It's like, yeah, I get it. It's like a lot of us want that, want to have that control like that, and is in control is kind of a strong word. But is and I'm gonna go and confess it to y'all. It's not a gender war to me. It really isn't. It's not a gender war because I mean, most people obviously they don't treat black men and black women equally, especially like in the black community. And a lot of it could be to due to the fact that women are the physically weaker sex, which is we're supposed to have this protective instinct of them. But when they rail against us, the thing is, I don't recommend any brother put his neck on the line for a traitorous bitch. I don't, and I don't care if they are male or female. So what was the problem with with me sharing a female stream when a lot of you Negroes be in female streams like it ain't nothing? Like the shit is ridiculous. It's like I don't hate black women, and I know that's the shaming tactic that a lot of people like to use. Oh, y'all just hate women, and I really hate that the black manosphere gets impacted by that crap because y'all just hate women, y'all just want to talk about women, and then the same dudes that turn around and say, oh, y'all just want to talk about women, will talk to women, kiss up to women, and pay women to talk to them on YouTube. I'm not worried about losing a subscriber because I gotta tell you the truth. YouTube like is very adamant about getting rid of spam subscribers, especially in our neck of the woods in Black YouTube. So I don't care about losing a goddamn subscriber, and I don't expect anyone to 100% agree with what I have to say. Period. But you're not gonna disrespect me at all. I mean, I know y'all, a lot of you on the internet. Oh, he can't do nothing to me. He can't do nothing to me on the internet. I say what I want. I can say what I want. But I was in the breakdowns chat earlier, and um, the sentiment is the manosphere is deserving of criticism, and yeah, I agree with that. The manosphere is deserving of criticism, just like any other space. because there's always room for improvement. You know, I get it. I get it. You want to be able to say what you want to say, and you want to be able to say, hey, if I have a problem with the black manosphere, then I ought to be able to say that. But you guys aren't outlining any reasons. You got these little fake ass reasons that you hear from these females, that the bitter ones, because there are some level females that are on this platform. And I have really no problem with females being in the space because there are so many more men that are in the space. There are so many more men. So why don't y'all go frequent those channels? You know why? Because y'all some Highlander ass niggas. Y'all don't want to admit that there are an overwhelming amount of male channels that you could frequent enough not to complain about the breakdown being here. So I could care less. Sister George is my habitual line stepper sister, and I support her, and she supports me as well. So fuck all that shit. Like I said, it ain't a gender war to me. Y'all really need to start making some goddamn sense out of it. Because see, here's why it's not a gender war to me. Because it's never a gender war until a black man responds to the criticism. It's never a gender war. It's a bunch of old sissy ass dudes and it's a bunch of bitter females always trying to trash black men. One black man comes in and says anything, guess what? Oh, it's a gender war. Why is a gender war so important to you guys? Oh, we need to stop. We need to work together as a people. Why can't y'all just shut up? Like, shut up. There's a dude right now that's been running the stream since this morning calling black men nakers. The fuck out of here. I don't understand why y'all don't have the spine enough to call that shit out. But you come to the space like looking for a daddy. Because I don't know, maybe your father figure wasn't strong enough. But y'all set this high bar for guys, but y'all sit up there and shoot the shit with the females. It's like this is what I don't like. This is what I don't like. The second I disappoint y'all one time, one fucking time, then it's time to cut out. One goddamn time. Out of all the times that I didn't talk to y'all, out of all the broadcasts, one thing happened, and guess what? Oh, I'm unsubbing. Okay, great, awesome. You can go with the rest of the spam subs that they keep taking away from me, or the quote unquote shadow banning. That sounds like a video game. Shadow ban. Like, I mean, shit. It is what it is. But it's like this. You motherfuckers that have all these incredible problems with females being in the space, why don't y'all support the male channels? Y'all making excuses for that shit too. I meant what I said last night. You know, I give y'all this. I give y'all my perspective for free. Y'all think it's worth $100 coming from a female. So that's that. I'm here because I want to be here. And then just let me show y'all some shit real quick. That's some dude named Furious Angel, which is such an oxymoron. Ain't gonna get mad because I shared Sister George's stream. Go fuck yourself. Like that's basically how I feel at this point. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm about to show y'all the reason why I'm so like at this time like kind of reactive and a bit triggered right now. Cause y'all think being triggered is a bad thing until you get punched in your fucking face. So anyway, I'm gonna pull this up on the screen now. For any of you, like I said, as you're walking into the broadcast, please, um, hit that subscribe button if this is your first time here, and hit the like button. Likes are for free, definitely. Shoot. So as soon as I get this up on the screen, I just want y'all to you know, want y'all to tell me how you feel. Was this guy in the right? Because you know what, he is in the right. This person was in the right. They got a right to their opinion, but I got the right to cuss your ass out. Shit. See, this is the part that y'all don't get. You know, I don't really. I'm not a big fan of the whole like the little gaslighting shit that people do. Oh, we can't if you say some bullshit to me, then if I say something to you back, I'm in my feelings. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll be in my feelings, but you gonna hear every goddamn thing I gotta say. Shit, or you can stick a fist in your ass. Shit. And you know what? I'm sorry I'm being so crude about it, but it's just people with this bitch assness. Just like, damn, I don't expect everybody to like me, but shit, you will fucking respect me, period. Damn. He's like, shit, the fuck? Because, I know how to get down and dirty with the rest, like with the best of them, period. Shit. So anyway, we got 17 watching. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being so supportive of this channel. Uh, yeah, I will get to the subject matter shortly. Just want to do a little pre-monologue. So, let's see. Just bear with me one moment. It is, just how all of you beautiful people are doing. You know, I hope, you're doing better than me at this point. Cause goddamn, this shit does not feel good. This does not feel good. I'm supposed to be COVID negative, but I doubt I'm negative. Shit, it's just I'm sweating, I'm aching. It's like, this feeling is something else. This feeling is something else. But, I'm sort of a brave heart when it comes to this. I was really seriously sick when I was a teenager. Uh, yeah, wait a minute. I'm trying to do something real quick. Hmm. All right, just one moment. All right, let's see. All right, I'm here. Oh, 23 watching. All right. Let me put this I'm gonna put this screenshot up here. I want you to read it. Now, this is in reference to the breakdown a woman's perspective broadcast earlier today. Like I said, I shared it in my community tab. I shared it in my community tab, and this guy named Furious Angel. Like, why are you a Furious Angel? I understand there's a guy named PK Angel. That guy's cool, but Furious Angel, like, what could you be furious about? I mean, you were you sitting on a cloud butt naked with some angel's wings. Like, what the fuck, dude? But let me just look. Just read this, and then I'll just like I'll give some shout outs. All right, all right. Give some shout outs. Shaka Nulu, RPM, Hurry Up and Buy, Phil Brad, which I'm sure you're in the chat now. Yeah. What up, guy? Ken seeing red. What's going on? Brotherly love. 215. RPM says I'm just getting over the flu myself. I hope what I got is the flu. I mean, oh, look at that. Somebody. Oh, look, a spam that I already got to get rid of. Okay, for the you know, like I said, wrenches are active. Get rid of these folks. You know. And then the Bunker TV. To answer the title is nope, nah, and hell fucking no. All right, yeah. It's just I don't ask questions like to you. This when I ask questions like that. When I ask questions like that, because I do understand that there are people who believe in uh, everybody being with their race. Like, I understood, like, and I didn't do this as a political move like Barack Obama, because Barack Obama knew if he was ever going to be president, he was going to have to marry a black woman. Yeah, he was with a white woman, but that's something that you can research. And I knew that I couldn't come up here as a black man being brutal. I could have came up here as a black man being brutally honest if I was with any other race, probably besides a white chick. And I knew I'd have probably been dick police then. You know, but yeah, but let me Let me see. Judge Dre is in the house. Art New Styles in the house. One G's, Cortez Smith, Hybrid Catastrophic Impact X83rd Power, Indigenous TV. What's going on? Yeah, just they say get out your fields. All right, man. All right. Rael with two A's instead of one. I wonder, is that the same Rael or is that a different Rael? E Taylor 704. What's going on? Shoot. Yeah, yeah. Bunker TV said you be Phil from the Vice show. And yes, my beautiful black wife is sitting in there. You know, she doesn't seem like she's too bad, but you know, me and her got an at home test the other day, and I tested negative and she tested positive. So I'm gonna test myself again, cause it's like I do still feel some symptoms. Oh, same Rael. Did they? Okay. Yeah, but let me talk about this son of a bitch right here real quick. And you know, this was off of my this is in my community tab. You go to my community tab, you see the other comment he made. And he made some kind of snarky comment, and then I was like, well, you know, comments like this make me realize I've been too fucking nice. So this is his response or her response. It's probably him, you know. And you know, I'm trying to keep from people from calling, like, you know, black men in particular incels. You know, I'm trying to stop it, but you know, when you see shit like this, yeah, yeah, he responds, at black men being brutally honest. Maybe you might be too nice. I listened to the content and left. Brutally honest is as a description is delusional. Trying to paint this content as hard hitting would be weak. When she asked what's wrong with marriage and not one of you talked about no fault divorce, financial abuse, family abuse, the Duluth model, instead dudes talked about their feelings. So here's where the confusing part is. I wasn't on that fucking panel. What the fuck is this dude talk? See, this is what I'm saying. You know, like I said, I can get in my feels a little bit, but this motherfucker right here is really in their feels. And here it continues. You might be too nice, or you might be missing the mark, or you might be weak. Yeah, it's very easy to call me weak, you know, when you're over a Wi-Fi connection. But so I don't mind comments like that. I don't mind because I know there ain't a goddamn thing you can do behind a Wi-Fi connection anyway. Call me weak all you want. It doesn't make it any more true or any more false. Period. I don't know which, but I'm gone as a subscriber and supporter. Trust me when I write that I realize you don't need me. You don't. Best of luck negotiating with terrorists. That man said you don't need me. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all shouldn't need me. What the hell is Ken Murphy, the village arsonist, gonna need me for? That nigga is a I'm sorry, N-word, sorry. That grown ass man is a self-sufficient man. If you're a grown ass man, you shouldn't need anyone. I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, some people need emotional centers. I get that. You know, some men, you know, they was raised by their mothers, and you know, they missed the logic part. I mean, you know, and then being raised by only your mother isn't necessarily a bad thing, depending on the character of your mother. You know, I'm not down with disrespecting moms, but hey, if you're a bad parent, it is what it is, and I know if I'm a bad parent, I need to be held accountable. But see, there's no need for no shit like that. That's why people like that. That's why people call black men incels. You know, so I'm not disappointed. I'm glad. It's like trimming the fat. You know, thinning the herd. Shoot, great. Thank you for leaving. It's like you're one guy. You are one guy. Now, do I unsub from people like that just because I get a little triggered? Oh, I'm unsubbing you. No, not really. I don't have any need to. I respect different perspectives. You know, and I also respect you enough to, you know, I also respect you enough, you know, if you say something dumb, I'm going to tell you you're saying something dumb. Now, I'm not going to just demonize the people who sub to me, but if you're going to act like that, go ahead and unsub. I ain't got time for that shit. Now, moving right along. Shit. I mean, what the hell? Show me on this doll where Sister George and Concrete Rose hurt y'all. The fuck out of here. Long live the habitual line steppers. Now, share the screen real quick. Shoot, man, for real, for real. Yeah, shout out to the village arsonist. I was just kind of, I want you to think that I was, I just kind of, it's whatever. Okay. Look, Jasmine Brand is not some publication that I read. I'm not into the feminist black feminist publications like Lipstick Alley and the Shade Room and the Root and Very Smart Brothers. I'm not into any of that. But since I did a Google search, this is about the closest thing I can find to for an article to make his point. It says Fresh Prince of Bel Air star Alfonso Ribeira's family photo goes viral. Internet makes interracial relationship jokes. All right, let me tell y'all something. For real. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't got shit to do with what the next man does with his dick. I ain't got shit to do with that. I can only hold my own dick. I can only piss out of my own dick. I can only fuck with my own dick. That's just the thing, okay? So hey, same thing goes for Alfonso Ribeira. Shoot, a while back, that he was like, the black community does not accept me. No, y'all don't accept Alfonso Ribeira. And and why do people like, okay, you spend time calling guys like Alfonso Ribeira educated lames, you want to be white, sell out, and what the fuck has he ever sold out? You call him that, and then you expect guys like that to stay. You expect guys like that to say, hey, you know what? My name is Alfonso. What is your name? None of your goddamn business. See, the only, like, this is what I've learned throughout my entire life. The only men that you motherfucker, and that's men and women, that y'all want acting crisp like that and articulate like that are white men. Shit. I had a little saying. Even though Clarence Thomas is a big old COON, my theory is that the black community created Clarence Thomas because that dude is ugly as fuck, and he could have, and I can see him getting roasted just about every fucking day. But that's just my general thought process. Even though there's no excuses for Clarence Thomas being such a COON, it's my distinct belief that we created that guy. So let me just go on with the commercial. Like, seriously. And there's a serious amount of hypocrisy with dick policing black men. I mean, you know how weird that is? This man been married to this woman how long? Like, this photo right here. That was enough to set black Twitter on fire. After a couple months previous to that, when he said that the black community did not accept him, everybody was commenting, we don't care, Alfonso. We didn't even know that you were married. We don't care. That's bullshit. Motherfuckers do care. Y'all care. In fact, y'all care too much. Shit. Let me tell you what a lot of y'all problems is. A lot of y'all problem is y'all haven't found somebody to build a family with. You got this like all this big denial. And I'm not saying brothers should get married. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you have to get married in order for your life to work out. But shit, why shit on somebody who gets married? Damn, look, this dude ever since like you and this statement is for black women because black women have first access to black men. Yes, you do. You got first access. So you had all the chances in the world to show this guy appreciation. But instead, you want to call him a lame. You want to call him a white nigga. You want to call him everything. A sellout. Uncle Tom. What do you call him Uncle Tom for? What has he ever said against black people? I mean, he was on TMZ talking about he loved fucking some white chicks. That was no slight to black people. This is what I don't get. And this is for people like Nate Parker. This is for people like Donald Glover. These guys have never spoken out against the black community. Never. Never spoken out against the black community. So let's scroll down. Let's see some of these little comments because, we think we're in charge of a black man's uh, penis. So it said Twitter and Instagram users alike couldn't seem to get past the fact that the former child star was married to a white woman and had four biracial children. One user wrote, "Whose goddamn white baby is that?" And like, look, I'm like this. I stay away from people's kids. I stay away from people's kids. Period. It's like, don't talk about my kid. I won't talk about yours. No, I won't talk about yours. I'll say it like that. You can talk about mine, but there's an extreme consequence to that. But again, Wi-Fi connection, so can't say too much. I mean, like, they think, "Ooh, white babies that." No, no, let's talk about that man, kids. That's in poor taste. Oh yeah, look. Oh yeah, look, his old simp ass dude, Bo Mega. Another user referenced one of Monique's classic stand-up routines. Let me play it. It looks like it's a clip. No, I said watch on Twitter. Let's see. Yeah, well, I guess that BWs are completely harmless and just 100% perfect for black men. Which I don't see displayed on any of this space at all. Not in the least. You know, I mean, there are some women that love brothers, but some of them on some pick me shit. Oh, here comes this guy named Skills or Scales or oh yeah, Tipping Scales. Were y'all surprised? It's Carlton from the Fresh Prince. He made up a dance to Tom Jones. Actually, this is nothing surprising. No, the Carlton dance came from Eddie Murphy Raw when Eddie Murphy said he was dancing like white people. And not to say that, the guy's an idiot for not knowing that, entertainment reference point, but, just for some clarity. Carlton got that dance from Eddie Murphy. I know that's not, dick poke, but he said, "Why are y'all surprised?" He made up a dance to Tom. What if I was a fan of Tom Jones and married to a black woman? Yeah, because I used to do this when I was a kid. Some of these old hood guys would be so annoyed by my ability to articulate words. I used to play rock music around them just to see how they would react. I used to play Soundgarden. I used to play Paul McCartney. I used to play Korn, and they all just looked at me like I was some kind of fucking weirdo. And I did that on purpose, and I enjoyed it because I say y'all some narrow-minded ass motherfuckers. And even like that's some narrow-minded shit to say. Like if you think that contributes to some kind of cultural imbalance, then hey, I'm sorry for you. That's one motherfucking guy. Most statistically, most married black men are married to black women. Period. But the unmarried bitches will have you think otherwise. Now here's this. Oh, they just showing black dudes. They ain't too much showing black women. Is what does it say right here? Isn't it's like learn how to spell? Isn't it interesting that this man ended up marrying and having a family just like that? Which anyone that watched the Fresh Prince thought that Carlton would. Maybe he just stayed in character. Look, if he had stayed in character, you would have understood that Carlton Banks fucked with black girls, black women. I remember quite a few episodes. I ain't never seen any one of them episodes Carlton being with a white girl. So, wrong again. It's like y'all don't, like a lot of you don't go into these situations thinking. There's no thought process. Look at this motherfucker. Jeans didn't even try to put up a fight. Nah, yeah, that's a little funny. That's a little funny. Jeans didn't even try to put up a fight. Juice. Like, yeah, they're like, this is the Jasmine brand. This is a female publication. So what it's doing is showing a lot of simp comments, which I'm kind of okay with because I mean we know how a lot of the women feel already about this because it's like they chump off the heads of any black man that marries a white woman. Period. But when you point out the hypocrisy of it, you know when you point out the hypocrisy of how it's treated when it's the other way around, then oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. Didn't I say they called him that earlier? Look at it. Let me enhance that for y'all. I know some of y'all watching on y'all cell phones. If you have a rotation, oh, it's too big. It's too big. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, this is how y'all treat these brothers. Whitest black nigga. Wow. Whitest black nigga. Now I'm sorry he's still black, y'all. I'm sorry. I mean, you can agree to disagree with me, or I'm not the race police. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that you're no longer black just because of who you married. When like I said, and I saw a YouTube video earlier titled "Treat Carlton the same way you treat Eve and Serena Williams." Now, a typical defense to what I'm talking about is they'll be like, "Oh, you talk black men talked about Serena." I was like, yeah, there might have been a few little incels, but it's not the general populace of black men. You don't hear every time you see Serena on the tennis court, you don't hear about the Reddit King. You're worried about whether she won that match or not. You worried about that. Y'all are too worried. I mean, you're too worried about what people like Donald Glover did. And Donald Glover, and I said this several times in the past because you gotta keep repeating shit for people. Like he made This Is America to bring to light the issues of systemic racism and how it's impacted blacks in our country ever since the beginning of whatever. First thing they do is, oh, his baby mama's white. He's a fraud. How in the fuck is Donald Glover a fraud? If you ask me, most of y'all are frauds. Y'all, I mean, shit. Y'all be on so much weirdo shit in this space. When I say y'all, I mean the people it applies to. I mean, shit. Why should black men be punished for what? Why should black men be punished for that? Because, like I said, black women always had first access to these dudes. First access. They always had first access to these dudes. And then on top of rejecting dudes for being articulate, the guys reject them and the females reject them. See, the females even like by the way these guys treated, the females become even more ashamed. The dude weak. I don't want to date a person that thinks I'm weak. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. But here's a major problem. Alfonso Rivera has money. And that seems to be all a lot of these motherfuckers care about is money. He got money. Oh, when he dies, his money is gonna go back into the white community. Now, every time I hear somebody say that, my first question is, how many black businesses you frequent on a regular basis? That's my first question every time. How many black businesses that you frequent on a regular basis? Every time I hear that dumb shit, y'all got mad. Like a lot of these. Nah, I gotta stop saying y'all. And say they. They were mad with Kobe Bryant after he died. You had this old bull moose looking bitch. Oh, Kobe deserved to die because he married to a white woman. And it's like all these bull moose looking bitches. They always fuck with white men. It's like, why are you gonna be super mad at Kobe Bryant when you fuck with white men? It's like, what the fuck? Like, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. I'm not gonna ever say, and I know that a lot of y'all are gonna disagree with me. I'm not gonna ever say that a black man has to be with a black woman. I mean, it has to be and an overall attitude improvement in order for me to be pushing that. Now, I preferred marrying a black woman. I did. I did not particularly pick her because she was black. I picked her because I felt as if she was right for me. And that's the reason why any black man should be, if you're in a relationship, if you are in a relationship, it should not matter to the next person how they feel about your lady. It should only matter to you and her. Now, there are different kinds of dick police, and it ain't just about interracial dating. Hell, Will Smith. Now I know what you're saying. Will Smith is married to a black woman. Yeah, and I believe that was his preference. But when Jada started disrespecting Will, guess what? Niggas start saying, "Oh, he wasn't putting it down." He wasn't knocking it out like he was supposed to. Like, I mean, like this is the same guy that said that he had sex to the point where it would make him sick. Now, it sounds like to me that that's kind of over putting it down. But again, it's not my concern, and it really should not have been your concern either. But at the same time, when people make bullshit public, hey, you know what? People are going to comment on it. But did that? But people took Jada's side over Will. Now, and there's a couple reasons for that. Number one, y'all scared of women. I just gotta say it. I gotta say it about the Black Manosphere haters too. The guys that are always crying and whining in the breakdown about the Black Manosphere. Hey, you saying that we're crying because we are critical? No, I'm saying you're crying because you're crying. Shit. I mean, for real, y'all don't believe like it's like a lot of you speak one way, but then act another way when y'all go to the other spaces. But anyway, shit. I'm just like, look, it's something to talk about. It's it's I gotta question it because it's like this. If y'all get mad at black men for quote unquote leaving the community, when I mean like they ain't really left, they just decided that they wanted to be with somebody. Like shit. Like I said, if and one suggestion I will make to BWs is start being extra nice to black men. I'm sorry. I'd shoot. I mean, or you can continue to lie and say that bullshit that y'all say on these platforms. Shoot. My deal is I don't think I'm a better black person than any other black person just because I married a black woman. I mean, it might give me a leg up with some people, but let's face it. At the end of the day, y'all don't really care about that. If I say too many things that y'all disagree with, you wouldn't care if I married a black woman or not. I'd be a piece of shit to y'all anyway. And I've seen it so many times. It's called moving the goalpost. Y'all move the goalposts all over the fuck. Y'all not y'all. People move the goalposts all over the goddamn place. Just to win a discussion, just for the sake of argument. I can give y'all a couple examples of how it never mattered. How it never mattered that I was married to a black woman. It didn't make any black person treat me any better for it. In fact, they treated me like, oh, you want to cook it for marrying a black woman? Huh? You know, it's like I said, it's like you can like if I disagreed with 90% of what a person said and they promoted same race marriage, they wouldn't care. They wouldn't care if I married to a black woman at all. That's just the way we operate. And I understand that some of you might not agree with that, and that is okay. I'm not gonna flip out and say, you don't need me. You don't need me. Yeah, anyway, look, I see chaos rain down there. What's going on? Indigenous TV. Why do black men have to be the only group of men expected to deal with low quality women? Because they're black and they're supposed to be seen as high quality anyway. Like, and low. Let me take that back. You said low quality women, which does not make it race exclusive. But that is how I could perceive that statement is when like the whole stereotype, the whole stigma that is whenever a black man hooks up with a white woman, he hooks up with the fat white woman. And that's why a lot of black people hate people like Alfonso Rivera and basketball player Patrick Patterson because they don't even fit that stereotype at all. So my question is this: how do you expect these guys to stay? How do you expect these guys to stay? Why didn't anyone ask Alfonso Rivera why did he feel as if the black community did not accept him? Why didn't anybody talk to him about it? Why was there all this resistance and pushback? That's a real problem that man is having. And I mean, he could probably just usher it off to the side, but that sounds like to me that's a guy that really would like to open up and start like communicating more with the black community. Because it does seem like to me that the successful interracial marriages, the men support the community. And I can use Robert Smith as an example of that. I mean, when black women, American black women, quote unquote, divest. I mean, when they really divest, not this bullshit on YouTube and in B1. And when I say B1, I don't mean Jason Black and Professor Black Truth. I mean that other bastardization. Motherfucker spent Christmas dick policing. you know? Shoot. This shit's horrible. I mean, like, it's another challenge every day that we have to deal with as black men. Because, like I said, because I've been on social media for a while. I've been everything. I've been everything except for what I really am. I've been a Russian bot. I love white women. People would say that I'm gay because I disagree with them. I mean, just like that fucker earlier. Furious angel. I'm so furious, yet I'm an angel. I was like, man, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I can't really say too much. I get all the avatar chop pics on my profile, but I have nothing against avatars. I mean, you can sit up there and funnel hundreds of dollars to an avatar. Shit, ain't nothing wrong with me using an avatar. And I mean, I'm not saying necessarily you guys, but y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, why is it that we are so resent? If these women, first of all, talk about that they want to divest and that these niggas are dusty and they're lames, they're sellouts. Um, if that's the case, why are they so mad when they hook up with somebody that actually appreciates them? Why are they so upset? That's no danger to them. If you want to be with Pookie and Ray Ray, ain't nobody getting in your goddamn way. Shit. You end up see the problem is a lot of girls end up with baby mamas. Oh, they didn't want the lame nigga in the beginning. I mean, they end like let me look. A lot of these girls they fuck with Pookie and they end up baby mamas. And then they expect somebody like a Carlton to come in and save them after they pussy been ran through every uh, T Dog, D Nice, and it's like so. And for real, that's unfair to those guys. Seriously, that's unfair to those guys. This whole dick policing thing is about making more black men available for single mothers. And guess what? There's a lot of black men, if they want to hook up with someone, because I'm not saying, look, black man, you live in a day and age. Go get your money. Go get your money. Find new ways to make money. Get that money. But that's the biggest thing at the end of the day. They want all these black men who are successful, who want their own legacies. They want them to be available for all these girls that became single mothers by dudes that would not stay. It's almost like this little self-preservation thing. But I mean, it's like this: if you want to preserve yourself, you'll do everything you can to make sure that end is sought. I can't save everyone from their stupid ass mistakes. I can't. You guys watching, you don't owe these broads anything. You don't owe them anything. They can barely respect you on these platforms. Barely. Some do now. Some do. Like there are some cool ones, like Toya Sun. Yeah, I'm glad to see her momentum is picking up and she's being embraced. But a lot of y'all, a lot of these weirdo cliques, mm, you guys are making it even worse. You're making it even worse, the relations between black and black. So, I mean, because like this, excuse me, once you guys realized that these guys were going to seek their own legacies, you started slandering them. You started saying stuff like black femicide. The educated lames, they're the ones that are crazy. You know, you got guys like Sub Zero 3639 trying to reinforce this dumbass logic. A highly successful guy reinforcing dumbass logic. Pookie and Ray Ray make better fathers than educated lames. All right, by all means, knock yourselves out. Because I would really believe that it was Pookie and Ray Ray that created that single mother. I mean, on top of her creating herself, because there had to been permit permitted access in order for that to happen, unless of course there was a law being broken. Hmm. All right then. All righty then. Let me look at the amount of likes I got, and I got 45 people watching. All right. Cortez Smith actually agree with that statement. Actually, most time the dudes want to stay, but the women didn't. Yep, I agree with that statement. Charles Irby, Sub Zero's a baby daddy, so anyone is surprised by his rhetoric. Hey, you know what? I can respect anybody's opinion. Ian Graves, who in the hell said they make better fathers? Sub Zero 3639. You know, my hometown, my hometown compatriot. Yeah, shoot. Let me see something real quick. You see something real quick. I gotta. Hmm, uh, all right, just bear with me one moment. Again, you guys have been great so far. You guys sure have been hanging in there, but I'm gonna open up the fuck out of this panel. Well, I see the honest truth trying to get back into the swing of things. I'm like, not quite the same impact that he had before. This man want to talk about EDP 445. Like, okay. I mean, talk about the dude. He's a creep. I agree with that. Guy's a fucking creep. So, All right, so let's see. Damn, 100% likes, 46 likes. Y'all won't let me play my video. Y'all ain't gonna let me play my video tonight. So, but I did prepare another video just for the occasion. You know, I used to do a series called The Dick Police using this intro music right here. Tell me what you think. All right. See, here's the thing right here. Always bet on a dude that can do basic editing. Just always bet on that guy. I know I'm probably a little old and a little silly for that shit, but hey, you know what? Certain times call for certain measures. Said no male gaze. Kids and Ray, no male gaze. No, that's for that video is for dislikes. Now, don't just no people just don't press dislike just to see the video. But if you want to super chat me and say, Kev, can you play the male gaze video? Go right ahead. Now, hey, look. Let's not get it too much into talking about Sub Zero, because I mean, even though he made a bullshit statement, I do believe genuinely he wants to see the overall improvement of black men. You know, Charles Irby. Oh shit, man, you made a hell of a point right there. He said at Jamil Solward. Okay, there's a person named Jamil Solward in here. So thank you for watching. I have always laughed at the idea that thugs were the most masculine men. Those dudes are hyper emotional. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they are the most hyper emotional men. Like I don't see them and them motherfuckers. They are always definitely in their fields. Definitely, most likely in their fields. Shoot. Also, let me get a shout out to the Roger Report. Thank you for sharing the video. And if you found this channel by way of the Roger Report, and you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and please do so. Please do so. I do broadcasts like this all the time. Plus, I've thought about the direction that my content has to go into. I don't always want to be the most massively critical person, because I'm not perfect myself. I can admit that. A lot of people can't, so take it with a grain of salt. A lot of you don't believe that in interracial marriages. I don't promote it. I just don't care because of our overall behavior as a people. Period. If you want to continue with this nonsense and this bullshit, you're gonna the black community will, I would say, likely be erased. Like, as a community, there'll still be black people. You'll never snuff us out completely, but it'll be such a melting pot. You might have a Persian looking black person or an Asian looking black person or whatever. It's like we have to understand this. We have to start looking at black as a dominant gene. I mean, even even at a pride point, because yeah. I mean that's a very shaky statement to make. Anyway, let me go ahead and open up this panel. This panel is going to be for familiars, and then you know I can't stop laughing. Philip D. Redden Jr. I can't stop laughing. Brothers at the traveling channels would love that dick cot spot and use it heavily. Jamil Soward. It's hilarious that any choice that doesn't benefit black women directly is given negative shaming. Yep. Absolutely freaking lutely. I mean, and it's weirdo nonsense. Like I said, if you want, if these people, and this only makes sense, if these people want black men to stay, you don't treat them like shit even more. So anyway, here, anybody that want to step up can take a few minutes or whatever. If not, I pretty much thoroughly made my point. Yep, you know. So let's get on this piece right here, the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy, and I think I already covered this, but um, and I've said this, and believe me, I'm not worried about what black women do. I'm not worried. I yeah, I am. I'm worried about it to an extent of how it impacts the community. But um, like, look, we totally bypass every time a black woman does this. Now, I'm not saying they should be treated like shit or treat them the same way as the black y'all like a lot of you treat the black man. I'm not saying that at all. Like, because I mean, I believe it or not, I don't believe in equality. I don't believe in equality. It's I feel as if I belong to the more dominant sex. Sorry. Alrighty. Chaos reign.
How you doing?
What's going on, man?
Good. I'm good. Good.
Okay.
I noticed you were in the comments, the chat room earlier on the other, what I was putting out there,
Yeah.
and I hope you took notes of, that interaction.
Yeah. Officer Faulkner, he's something else sometimes.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. But chaos reign. Like, yeah. I'm glad to see your channel's growing, man.
Yeah,
I hope it keeps up.
yeah, I'm hoping so too. I'm trying
Yeah.
to make a push for that 1K, so I'm probably gonna make a more further push now. This is
Yeah.
before, so yeah.
And I mean, you produce a lot of good information. I mean, like,
Mhm,
when I see you, I see a guy that's a part of the Black Manosphere that does not have the quote unquote talking points that everyone complains about. You
mhm,
know, I mean, and that's me seeing the difference in what is reality and what people are just saying. But
mhm.
yeah, do you have any agreement or disagreement as to what I was saying? And keep in mind, I'm this kind of guy. We can agree to disagree. You ain't got to agree with me.
Well,
It's not gonna start a beef.
issue, yeah, my biggest issue is when it comes to the black male species or just males in general. I can see why the females would try to, try to watch the movements of men because they're trying to still engage in reckless behavior and hope that some man, after they had their fun for the first 10 or 13, whatever years, whatever they have in their body and their youth, they feel that they're rewarded to get the man that's supposed to be doing what they need to do and clean up all the mess, the baggage that she has suffered by her will throughout her life. You get me? And let's be honest, Kev, it's natural because, and a lot of people don't disagree with this, but why I say it's natural because let's be honest, women do really want to have their cake and eat it too. They want to have fun, much fun. Now, and this has been going on for decades now. And now that the men are pushing back, even to the point, let's say they create channels and they let you know up front, this is what we want or what men want out of women. Women are in their feelings. They can't handle it. They feel say you don't deserve much. You should not be doing much at all. You should do things in regards favors of me. And if I get bored or tired, I could throw you away and go find another one.
Mm.
That's their psychology. It's that princess syndrome. And I'll say personally, when I was watching the playback of my little stream I did, I said there is a lot of goddess, queen goddess males out here.
Queen got a simp males.
That's what Des put out. And I always had to think back, say, maybe Dennis might be just saying that just for talking points. But when I go back and I do this content and I put out the content and I really rewatch it, I said there's a lot of these males out here in America. And I said because this mindset, the women don't have no concerns about, still doing what they do and get their licks and funds off at the end. Because it's gonna be always some sucker that's gonna take them in. And eventually when she gets tired, she'll leave them and then bounce the next one. And like I said before, Kev, we're already seeing a rise of older women messing with younger dudes because they don't qualify for the men that should be doing what they should do. So they said, I'm gonna build a boot with a younger male. And they always talk about this not building up no male. I say, stop your fucking noise. You only do when the opportunity and the calls and all the attention really stops. So there is a time limit. And they're showing it through time and their actions. And I'm talking beyond celebrities. I even find it in Clubhouse. So
No, it's just that the control, uh, like the control has slipped, and this is just a group of men that refuse to give up their resources
hmm
for an ingrate.
hmm
And I mean, like, I get it. It's a self preservation tactic. Like,
hmm
it's like, you have these quote unquote hypergamous bitches that, like, yeah, yeah, fuck it, bitches,
hmm
that are entitled and feel like that they are owed someone that should take care of them, and it's
hmm
not, and it's not gonna happen unless they do certain things. Number one,
hmm
hold out to have a kid. Hold out. Like, don't decide to give that up to someone who doesn't respect their own legacy. But they get all reckless, condoms bust, and then all of a sudden they got two kids that look like different homies, and then they want
hmm
somebody like you to come in and rescue their asses.
hmm
Like, we had a baby mama incursion in the Facebook group, and it was just,
Oh.
it was massive dick policing. Black men are dusty, they ain't shit. Like, I'm like,
hmm
and a lot of these broads, like, they like I found out, like, one of them in particular that was doing this, like, she had 4 kids by 3 dudes. It's like,
Wow.
it's like,
Wow.
the fuck is wrong with you? Another one, she was like 55, 60 years old. I mean, yeah, and I mentioned something about, old bras acting stupid. Like,
hmm
it's ridiculous, and you expect these black men to stay, based on the behavior they observe coming from you gals.
I mean, I'll tell you one thing, Kev. There was one particular woman on Facebook post about, I think Jeff Bezos is engaged or in a relationship with a woman that's only a few years younger than him. And in her mind, she feels that, see this, that you dudes are trying to seek for younger women. And this man is a billionaire and he's seeking a woman that's not as young as him.
They tried to use that. They
Yeah, and I'm
tried,
sorry to see that.
like, Jeff Bezos. Man, look,
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos got enough money to be like, okay, I ain't trying to even. It's, I don't know. Jeff Bezos got enough money to make a person disappear. So I mean, like, I would say this. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't
hmm
care. These women are so disappointed in themselves, they project that shame on us as black men.
Exactly. And it's interesting that said, okay, since you're using them as a general rule, which is usually European man, white man, if you want to calm down. I said, and I look at it, and I'm reading most of the comments, and my conclusion say there are exceptions to certain rules, but it's not to everything. If a man makes more money and has that status and he's doing real good, and let's say he's married to his wife and his wife divorced, 9 tenths of the time he's not gonna go and find a woman that same age. He's gonna go younger because he has the resource at his disposal to facilitate that. But you see,
Hmm.
women don't think of that because they always go by saying, most men are not intrigued or want young women. I say, well, you can't say that because most men depend on the average they make. And some could still bag women that's younger. But the ones that got money, you think they're gonna go say, let me go find somebody my age? Come on, come on. Not every man is gonna be thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? They're not moving like that. So when women start to use that as the moniker, they're very delusional. And this is why they don't understand how real the world works. They don't understand man. Some of them work hard to act and behave and think like men, and that doesn't work for them. So they gotta stop. You get me, Kev?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of women need to start taking advice from men and stop going by other females, because other females will lead you destitute, lonely, and possibly dying alone if you're not careful.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, that can happen, and they're making that a very realistic possibility. It's not something that I will enjoy seeing, but
Hmm.
there's a consequence to those kinds of behaviors, and really the consequence lead to like the loss of the black man in the black community.
Hmm.
There's this separation that happens because these guys, just like Alfonso Ribeiro, did not feel accepted. Now, I got around that, and I'm not saying what I did was for everyone, like, especially me being a very articulate speaker. I was just patient at the end of the day. I didn't give a damn what others thought about what I did or what I
Hmm.
said. Like, I became numb to it after a while because it's really sad that the first people that I expect to turn on me l- have my skin tone.
Hmm.
But I got around that. I used personality. I could use a sharp wit that would embarrass people. you know, because I felt like I looked at it like this: you're trying to embarrass me. You're trying to make me look like a fool because you can barely get through a sentence and I can read a book at about the time that a lot of people can't get to the end of a sentence. But I ended up saying stuff like that because I tried the other approach from our people. You know, yeah, it was like every time I would speak, it would just be like, "Oh, you talk like a white boy,"
Hmm.
which it was like it burned me up every time I heard that shit. It absolutely fucking burned me up, but I couldn't show it.
Hmm.
So I did things to get around it. It wasn't necessarily a whole fuck you type deal. It was just that I would take a quality about them and then I would just kind of stick to that.
Hmm.
It's like, okay, like, say for instance, okay, um, dudes that don't wear belts and their underwear is always showing. They'll be the main guys that always be like, oh man, you talk like a white boy. I was like,
Hmm.
well, nobody wants to see your little underwear, you dumbass. Like, shit.
Yeah.
Like, for real, it's like these dudes, these dudes be calling dudes gay, but then everybody can see they fucking underwear in public. They can say
Hmm.
dudes are articulate, and that's the reason why they call TLA gay because he's articulate.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
y'all can't see that he gay. No, I can't see that he gay. That's another form of dick policing, trying to
Hmm.
call dudes gay.
Hmm.
You must be gay.
Hmm.
You know? I mean, like, wow. I mean, you were convinced that you're convinced that I fuck another man in the ass just because of the way I talk. Like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here with that. The
Yeah.
fuck out of here with that bullshit. And it's just like it's always these dudes, and it's always a lot of these little old females always trying to get a leg up on someone that they can't beat intellectually. They can't outwit the man, and you know what? You're gonna have a hard time trying to outwit me, especially if you piss me off. And
Hmm.
that's something that was tempered in me growing up because these people felt so entitled to say that same bullshit.
Hmm.
They felt so entitled to the point where it was just like it was a regular thing, so it became a regular thing for me to be an asshole.
Hmm.
And I confess to that all day, every day. I'm a fucking asshole. And I don't blame, like, it's to the point right now, I don't blame anyone else for that anymore. I embrace it because I understand that our people are the last people that's going to cut a black man a break.
Hmm.
The last. And it's so sad. But we want race loyalty. We want black men to just go find a black woman, no matter how she looks, no matter how many kids she got. This is it just doesn't matter. Just get a black woman. But then these same people talk about divesting. Black women need to get away from black men. Go
Hmm.
get you a white man. These same folks, and it just does not make any sense. It's like a lot of bullshit. Uh, what do they call it? Contradictive opinions just clashing and clashing and clashing. These people don't know up from down. Why they worried about what a man does with his dick?
Hmm. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And the funny thing with the so-called policing, dick policing, is not only bad from women but also from dudes. Because after a while, it's like if a dude decide he's gonna take his thing elsewhere, let him be great over there. I mean, it's not no big deal. It's not gonna hurt much. But as much time the women do it, and we expect it, but when you find dudes do it and doing it hard, Kev, it's a big no, man. I mean, come on. You got your own. You got to focus on yourself, bro, before you focus on what other dude does with his phallus with other groups of women. At the end of the day, you gotta look at most people are gonna either swirl or whatever you want to call it on their own terms, for whatever reason. So we should not be dick policing any man. Hell, some dudes you don't hear no talk about some of men saying you're pussy policing or you're pussy watching man. You get me? You don't hear
No,
that
no,
around the
no,
space.
no. You don't hear that because once you do that, you get immediately shamed.
Exactly.
They so mad we want to be with white men. They so mad,
Hmm.
and, and I'm just like, sure, sure, I'm upset. Yay, I'm upset. Yeah, I'm so mad. I'm just blowing up right now. I'm a volcano about to erupt. Like, no, I'm not. It's just that the hypocrisy needs a discussion.
Hmm.
Most people don't want to admit that they are being hypocrites about this. And like I said, it's just, and when you talk about interracial dating, it ain't just white women. It's Asian women. It's Hispanic women. Oh yeah, yeah. That whole Hispanic woman thing is sure picking up momentum.
Yeah, I
And
know. Kevin was doing content last month about that. A month and a half ago, and it's all
wasn't it like the root? What wasn't it like the root? They wrote an article attacking Kevin Samuels, and Latino women got mad.
hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and these same people who convince you that no one likes the black man, they don't want
Hmm.
y'all. It's like, why are you speaking for another group of people?
Hmm.
They don't want y'all. I mean, I beg to differ. I
Hmm.
mean, and I mean, like, that could be with any group of women. Like I said, it ain't gotta necessarily be about race.
Hmm.
It could just be about if you're happy with that person. I don't suggest black women stay with black men. And
Hmm.
I mean, like, if you don't want to be with a black man, then more power to you.
Hmm.
Go somewhere and be happy.
Hmm.
You
And be
know?
submissive and shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. And be submissive. Because I mean, like when men put out these videos showing how black women act toward white men as opposed to how they act toward black men, it's night and day.
Exactly.
It's night and day.
And some of them, not even if you go in further, Kev, some of them that they're acting like this, they act to some of them that are raggedy. Some of them they had to let them stay in their house. We know one few content creators, if we want to go there, and let's know saying this man's white skin is trophy and prize to our sisters, like David Carroll said, and he always reiterate that constantly, and he posed a challenge to a lot of so-called divestiture swirlers. Post and put videos of your man that you're with, and if they could do that, he would shut his channel. They still have not met his what do you call it, his challenge yet, because they're dreaming. And I'll be honest with you, Kevin, because to go into more deeper detail, there was a section on the smoke session part 4 where a woman came on that panel and she was giving certain lip, and Charles confronted him and said, you know, you will not have that same energy when it's a non-black man because in your mind you feel you got something. And let's be honest, a lot of sisters feel that they are concubines and their role is concubine to other groups of men. That's a lot of groups of men don't invest much time, even go as far as to marry them in numbers. Even if they give them the time of day, they're not marrying them. You get me? But I
Um,
know it's one thing. They are having mixed kids with these men that has not been talked about.
Man, these motherfuckers be having me. Them motherfuckers had kids with anybody. Man, let me tell you something. There's this one
Hmm.
girl. There's this one girl in the group. I know I refer to the group a lot. You know, she had a white baby daddy and a black baby daddy.
Hmm.
Guess which one she treated better?
The white.
The white baby daddy.
I know.
The black man ain't shit. And then when you start you start asking, uh, when did I say this?
Oh, look, Cortez said they made videos that they don't want them. I'm not sure what videos that Cortez, but it's not surprising.
No, let me tell you why. And I'm not speaking for white men. And I know I said
Hmm.
like why is it just a minute ago? Like why are they speaking for other groups of women? But I would say the reason why that is because they want a baby that looks like them.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they if it's a little white guy, I mean, if it's a little boy, they want it to be a little white guy.
Hmm.
I mean, shit, they ain't with mix. I mean, the ones that the couples that they show
Hmm.
are few and far between. And by their own admission, by these American BW's own admission, they marry black men more than anybody.
Mm.
They marry white. They marry white less than black men do. Now that kind of statement could backfire because of the fact is that's an indictment of black women. That's not an indictment of black men.
Hmm.
you know, I mean, you got all these brothers, seeking to go outside the race. That might be your problem. I mean,
Yeah.
it ain't
Oh
that
yeah.
something is wrong with them. It's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
You know.
And here's the funny thing: it's increasing, bro. Cause we're past our time now, right? But the ones that kids that's
Yeah.
gonna be adults, they're not thinking like that. They already know that I'm not gonna. If I notice you have a history and I've been around you like a mother for a long time, that's it. I don't want to deal with it. Cause why you want to deal with the headache? You know, especially if a boy has been around his mother since 0 to 18 years old. You already do damage. You should be more as he gets close to adult age, more with the father. A lot of women not gonna do it because there's some incentive having and keeping the boys in close to them. You know, so yeah, they really causes themselves. So yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, I tell y'all the truth.
The least desired and not even close. Yeah, black women treat Brad like he's Tulsa Doom, and they are a part of this cult. Okay, no, and how black women are mad because we're not seeking non-black women are seeking us. And one thing I want to say because Cortez put that comment, I've noticed a lot of women when they want a man, they go seek and get that man. A lot of women don't think and see that because other groups of women they want a man and they desire a man and they'll do anything just to get a man. And like our women, they feel they're predominant princess that is the opposite. And I'm saying how well that's worked out for you.
Not very well at all.
Not really at all. Even to what someone said, I still deal with certain black men because they give me a certain attention and all stuff. And I said, listen, if you're a certain age, you have kids, you're not even, no man has married you. I mean, you already done already. Let's keep it real. And they know this. So every often you get something out the man and nothing. And I'm saying you can think like that, but that soon stops. You get me?
Oh yeah.
You can't see one must understand the more you age, you can't play certain games for a long period of time. It is what it is. I mean, if you look at even Megan Good, come be off top a little bit, how she now decided to freeze her eggs just recently. And I'm
Man, look.
saying, are
Man, look.
you gonna be like a 50 or some year old woman having kids? Are you out your fucking mind?
Man, look.
Mm.
Man, look. When these women talk about they want a righteous man, I don't submit unless he's a righteous man. Looking Megan good.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah. Oh man.
Mhm.
Cortez Smith, Black women only sleep non-black men. That's why when they get money, they go to Europe. Yeah, at Trail Bentley, the Roger Report calls them UOFs, unwanted old feminist.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Indigenous TV, Kev, these non black women are in the gyms and their bodies are amazing. They're not playing games out here. Now, being a married man, please take this statement with a grain of salt. That's true.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's true.
Yeah.
And there are some in shape black women that go to the gym. Don't don't
Yeah.
don't get
There's
me
there are
wrong.
some black women that are, but the ones that
Some.
take the time to improve their health and body, I give them praise. I know one woman IG said she was offering a program for a lot of sisters and tell them and plead to them to stop getting the BBLs because most men, no matter the economic situation, especially ones that's making real money, serious money, that they want natural looking women. KS told them this. He did videos on this. That they want something that looks actually authentic. They want nothing that's artificial on the average. And if you get yourself a BBL, to a man's psychology, when they see that and know that and they can see it, they know you a lazy woman. And last thing we want to deal with is a lazy woman. Is what it is. Yeah, Cortez said something fun, disgusting. Interesting. Yeah, let's check this here. And a lot of people quiet today, man, guys. I know it's a new year, but yeah, come on, guys. I mean, at times I was supposed to do something, but I'm here with Kev, I'm saying, just chopping it up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Let me tell you something, man. Let me
Mm-hmm.
tell you something. This year is opening up kind of sickly for some of us. Seeing that this Omarion variant is running around making everybody sick,
Mm-hmm.
or Omicron, Unicron, or it's yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it sucks, and I mean, like, I ever since the pandemic, I have never caught COVID, and it feels like I caught it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I tested negative like yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and I took an at-home test, but I still feel like crap. So I'm gonna go ahead and get me a PCR test. And for those of you out there that's feeling symptoms, but yet you got an at-home antigen test, and it said negative, go, if you're worried, go get the molecular PCR test. Like, cause that's exactly what I'm gonna do, and so I can
Mm-hmm.
figure out how to move forward and to keep my family safe from harm. I mean, cause my wife has it, she definitely has it. Um, yeah, and it's kind of messed up for me. I gotta step up and start, like, I gotta do the housework a little bit. So, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
my wife does housework. I know that most of y'all don't understand that, especially some of you old feminist ass women. you know, she cooks, and she cleans. So a lot of y'all better start trying that shit she tried. Hell, we were a little older when we got married, but still. And I mean, like, Roger says if you're not married by 30, but I found the exception to the rule. So I was saying, but it's very few exceptions, of course. But anyway, Chaos Rain. This is what symptoms do I have? Hurry up and buy. My body is aching every time I walk. At least 5 or 6 steps, I start sweating. Um, um, I climbed the steps. I mean, my staircase got like what, 10, 15, like 10, 12 steps. Like, I start like just it's like I did like felt like I did like 20, 30, 40 push-ups when I get up the steps. Um, like, my body is kind of aching. But thank God I haven't lost my sense of taste or smell yet. you know. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but like I said, I tested negative, so it
Mm-hmm.
could just be a flu. But I'm gonna go to get myself tested again because it's about the safety of others. It really is. I don't want to run into anybody with a pre-existing condition and infect them, and then they just like, they die. because I wasn't careful.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but let me see. Uh, Trail Bentley. He says all this thought horror culture shows these modern women believe that just having pussy is all they need, therefore deserve queen treatment. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, I love how like they say. Yeah, let me. I'm gonna talk about one final thing, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up.
Okay.
The way they approach black men who date and marry specifically white women. They always try to have this little historical context like, oh, that was the mother of racism. How could you? The one that taught the white man white supremacy. Like I really hate that cowardly ass statement. They try to take the accountability away from the white man. Now that's some COON ass shit. Like when I did that Emmett Till broadcast before it went off the rails. Um, like let me see. Oh man, I'm sorry. I got a brain fog. I forgot what point I was trying to make.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Here it is. I remember it. They always blame Carolyn Bryant, which yeah, she's fully to blame for this shit. But they also try to get you away from blaming Roy Bryant and J.W. Milan, the guys who actually killed Emmett Till.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people say if it wasn't for Carolyn Bryant, Emmett Till would still be alive. Who knows? Who knows? You know, that could be the case. But did those two white men have to kill him like that? Did they have to? No, they didn't. So it really makes me sick when black people start to absolve them too. Carolyn Bryant deserves a Carolyn Bryant deserves a special place in hell. But so does Roy Bryant and J.W. Milan. So, you, here and here's the thing about that. They think their vaginas can actually solve racism. So if they're with a white man, because you know, please don't like I was watching that stupid chat earlier. Not the breakdown, but the Looney Tune character, and I've seen so much mess regurgitated. Now, don't ask me why I watch these people. I really don't watch these people. I kind of click on their videos just to look at how the chat is acting, and that chat is so fucking stupid. Like, I'm sorry, I can't give credit to a chat like that. This chat that's on here right now is 50 times better than that chat, even though it was a bigger audience watching that shit. But excuse me. But one girl was like, "Oh, when white men choose black women, they choose dark skinned black women." I was like, "How many years have I heard this fucking mess?" It's like these women actually think that their pussies can get them out of racism. That somehow it's genuine when they hook up with white men. And I was like, okay, fine. Maybe it is genuine that you like racist, and yeah, yeah, like these racist sons of bitches because they don't mind dating racist white guys because that's exactly their problem with men, black men. I like some video came across my feed. Like that's why I got to stop clicking on some of these videos because I'm getting all kinds of weird shit right now. The reason why the reason why black men date white women because they see themselves in white supremacy. And y'all gonna be like, "Ooh, that Cynthia G." No, this was actually not Cynthia G. This is another black girl with a horrible fucking attitude. It was another one, and I'm like, I don't even know why they come to these platforms acting like this.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, shit. Because they're white. Like that. That's the biggest indicator that no man really wants to deal with you. That you're so upset and hurt that men don't want to deal with you.
Mm.
I mean, so the only resort at this time is this. Yep. So yeah. Hey, look. Like for all of you that plan on frequenting my broadcast, you know, along you, I'm gonna start using like little videos and little doohickeys just to, just so well my broadcast can differ from everyone else's. So I do appreciate the support, and I do appreciate y'all keeping me motivated. But Chaos Rain, I gotta bring this one to a close. Like
All right.
I gotta get some rest because, like I
Okay.
said, with my wife taken out of the equation, I mean, I gotta step. And I'm sick myself, but I gotta step it up. I gotta do what a man's gotta do, and I gotta take care of shit. So, what's your final statement?
No, nothing, I have nothing else to say. I said what I had to say. I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, and also, okay, and this message is like is almost is for everybody to listen to, but it's almost directed at all the little slow tips and all of the little bitter queens out there who can't get a man with some benefit to help you with them kids. you know, you say you need somebody for little Larry. Look, if you're if you don't have many options, you might want to be as nice and as feminine as possible because believe me, a lot of black men will simp enough to the point where if you don't have a completely horrible attitude, that you know that you might actually have a chance. But you can't blame black men for wanting their own legacies, and because the main ones that sit up there and get mad with men are the ones that for dating white women are the women that don't have black men. They don't. I mean, they had a black man, and black man just sees them as a opportunity to pump and dump. But just go ahead and admit it. A lot of that is on the behavior of the female itself, because a lot of these respectable black men that are about their shit, if you act any kind of respectable, they will treat you in kind to the same thing. But if you want to be a ratchet ass bitter bitch, then you're gonna get treated like a ratchet ass bitter bitch. And the whole black woman stereotype, black women have horrible attitudes, is a stereotype, but for based on what the behaviors that we're seeing, shoot, it's not that much of a stereotype after all. And it's like you can't convince black men in particular that our eyes are lying, that our ears are lying. So hey, it's not on black men to stay with you. It's on you to get black men to stay. Because there's a lot of brothers out there that are about their business and they ain't got time for that shit. A lot of these brothers want their own legacy. They don't want to raise anybody else's kids. They don't want to. They don't want to raise Buck Nasty's kids. They don't. I mean, especially like when men in particular that call themselves these game dudes and these players, they shame men for this shit. So you got everybody working against your ass. And to show an attitude, yeah, of course these men might go somewhere else if they have enough bad experiences with enough of you. Because I gotta face it, it's like the one of the first reasons why a black woman will give you why they date white men. One of the first reasons will say because black men ain't shit. But then want to turn around, and say don't judge every woman based on one or two women. Get the fuck out of here. Go forth and be happy and stop the dick policing. One more time for your mind. All right, I've had enough. I will see you guys tomorrow night if I don't get any sicker. I mean, even if I'm sick right now, and I was sick last night. So, like I said, I'm dedicated to the craft, and I do this for you guys. So, thank you for tuning in. Stop the dick policing. Long live the habitual line steppers. In Kev we trust. I'm out.